Welcome back to Reflect. I'm Toria.
And I'm Charger.
First, we'd like to say thank you to the people who recently subscribed to our channel.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate the support. In today's video, we'll be discussing something different than our usual reviews. We'll be stating our recommended top 10 movies. These are like our few personal favorite movies. I just want to say we will give a brief description of the movie, but mainly we'll be just discussing why we like each movie. This video is part of a list of movies we watched through our life, some old and some recent, and this is just part one. They are not in any particular order. So our first favorite movie is Saw, and we're just specifically talking about the first Saw movie.
Yes.
It's a great thriller movie about a serial killer who comes up with a psychological traps for his victims. It was a brilliant movie about how people are put through tests because of mistakes they made or like a form of redemption. I really like the concept, the devices, and contraptions made in the movie. People had to find keys to escape the situation, such as get out their eyes, dig in their skin, stick their hand in acid, or be hooked to a device that can cause death. I thought it was a great movie and taught people how their karma can catch up with them. I would recommend at least watching the first movie. It was the best out of the franchise, in my opinion, because it was so different at the time, like when it first came out.
It is a lot of gory scenes in it too, so just let you know.
Now, another favorite movie of ours is Wally. It was a great Pixar film about the last robot in the world who develops a personality. I like it was set in the future and how we see what happens to the human race, how everyone was basically out of shape and consumption, waste, and clutter have consumed Earth. I thought the movie showed us what could happen to us now and that the robot was cute. There was like a little romance in the movie too. If you have any kids, this is an awesome movie to watch with family. Now, our next favorite movie of ours is Avengers. And I'm specifically talking about the first Avengers, but you can watch all the other ones as well.
All of them. Mm-hmm.
It's a high action film that brought together basically all Marvel superheroes in one movie. I thought it was cool to see how each hero works together. I would recommend watching the movies associated with Avengers because each story is connected. I really like that you get your money's worth because each movie is long with a lot of amazing graphics. The individuals movies ties like Avengers together. Now, another personal favorite of ours is Valerian in the City of Thousand Planets. Mm-hmm. I know this movie could be like controversial, favorite for some people, because when it came out, a lot of people did not enjoy the movie. It's set in 28th century, where several planets come together to help one another. The couple in the movie is part of this organization that tries to create harmony between several alien planets. I like that it showed different aliens, and the cinematography was the best I've seen in a movie. There was like a lot of bright colors, and the scenery was just great and beautiful. I also like that we saw different aliens and planets, and that this concept in this movie could be possible in our world, and we still like alive, during that time, like in the 28th century and beyond.
Right.
And then I would say the fifth in the little list of it. Remember, it's not in particular order, but favorite of ours is Get Out. This suspicious type movie shows an interracial couple where the man in a relationship meets with the family of his girlfriend. We know that it can be stressful meeting the family of your significant other, but this is a whole different or eccentric level. The movie was very entertaining throughout and made you question what is going on, which entices you to watch until the end. So you basically just looking through each step in the movie, like what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next?
Right.
I think there's a lot of twists and turns that you don't expect in the movie as it tackles like racism and like several isms of the world.
Yes. And then our next movie that is one of our personal favorites is Split. It's about a man who struggles with DID, which is dissociative identity disorder. We see different authors throughout the film, one in which is a serial killer. So you kind of get like this kind of whirlwind of stuff going on, especially including a serial killer in his personality.
Yes.
This movie can be triggering, just to warn you, because it addresses mental health and sexual abuse. I feel like the main actor in this movie did an amazing job of embodying different personalities. The movie had me like gasping and like wow from start to finish. It's also good if you're into suspenseful and psychological thrillers, and also has like a little true crime aspect to it, in my opinion. The movie I would say was another personal fave was Interstellar. This movie was great for sci-fi, where humanity lives on an intolerable planet, which causes them to seek other planets to survive. It shows how one scientist travels through time to save the people back on Earth. We see in the movie how the climate causes people to not have sustainable food or land, so they kind of had to find a way to, survive or their land and stuff. I like how this movie showed the idea of wormholes also. I also thought it was a good representation of the science behind wormholes in space, especially if you believe in like multiverse or you into time travel. One of our favorite genres is sci-fi, and if you feel the same way, this movie is perfect for you to watch. Now, another movie is kind of like different than the movie I just named. It's called Odd Girl Out. It follows a teen who experienced the struggles of being in high school. Even though this is like a Lifetime movie, I thought it was very relatable, especially if you ever been a new girl in high school or just in high school in general. It tackles bullying, overcoming mean girls, and the stress and pressures of being in high school. I think we have a lot of empathy and kind of sympathy for the girl in this movie. Yes. So it's kind of like I feel like it's kind of more of a family type of movie too. Odd Girl Out.
Yeah.
And then another movie was more of a comedy. It's called Scary Movie. If you ever heard of this franchise, it's a parody of the Scream franchise. If you ever watch any of those films, they do have several different Scary Movie films too. So, and you should watch all of them. There are like many different. I think they're all funny in their own way. I think most movies, when they have like a second or third, they could be boring or it's like not needed because it turns out to be terrible. But a lot of the lines in this franchise is memorable that people still kind of say today or over time, especially when it came out. Overall, this movie is very interesting and hilarious. So if you're looking for a comedy, this is a great little series to watch. Well, movie to see. And then the next one is Us. This is more of a psychological thriller that follows a woman and her family, in which she and the audience learns that she has been living a lie. And so we see through the film that a set of clones torment their doubles. I like that in this movie, it had you thinking throughout. I also thought it had many jump scares, and the actors were great with their roles playing two different versions of themselves. The movie also kind of compares to the class system within our society. And I kind of think Jordan Peele, he does that a lot, where he...
Yeah, a lot in different movies.
Yeah, like he does a brilliant job of producing weird but educational movies that relate to real life isms, kind of what you mentioned earlier, in our society, such as race or class, which I love. And then that's all kind of like the top 10 movies we have for you. That just remember, this is part 1.
And I want to reiterate, this not like one was greater than the other one. We just put them all as one, but just want to name 10 of our personal favorites.
And then these are just like, what you said, our personal favorite movies that we recommend you go out there and watch. If you are interested in seeing the movies, check out the trailers. Go watch for yourself, because we just give you like our versions of what the movie is about and also why we like the movie. We try not to go in and Google what the movie is about. We try to do it based on our memory. Yes, to let you know. So we hope you enjoyed our list. We'll have more faves in the future. Like we said before, many times, this is just part 1. And we want to thank the people who have subscribed again. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Hopefully, make sure everybody else subscribe and like the video. And thanks for listening. Bye.